It's my honor to welcome our today's first speaker, Dr. Sahil Zetwa, IDA Pharmacy Mornell, Ontario, founder of Radiant Health Training Center, Canada. He has completed PharmD from Paul University and Masters in Healthcare Administration from St. Lawrence College, Canada. Your dedication, passion, and vision have been the driving force behind this transformative journey. We are grateful for your leadership and unwavering commitment to advancing healthcare and educational solutions. Sir is here to share the insight on PEBC, a complete preparation guide for Indian PharmD graduates migrating to Canada. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming our visionary founder to share insights and inspiration as well. Welcome you, sir. The virtual stage is yours.
Thank you for your words, kind words. So, yeah, we are about to start our session today, right? So, first of all, tell me that am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay, no worries. So, how many of you are just planning to migrate abroad and like planning the process for completing PEBC? Like, just raise your hands if like anyone is planning to move abroad for PEBC. Okay. Yes, so this session is for you guys. So right now I know it's tough to move in Canada, right? Uh, Governmental demands and like some strategies are there right now, who is always like facing like we are always facing some difficulties while migrating abroad, right? So the thing is that if you guys are in India, then also you can give part one. So there is like PEBC is Pharmacy Examination Board of Canada, the full form, which is just like for mastering and getting the license like for practicing in Ontario or like any kind of provinces in Canada. So if you guys are planning to move in Canada after completing PharmD or your bachelor's of pharmacy, then this stage and this country is best for you. As we know that in India, I'm not telling India the bad country or like in treating as a pharmacist. So India is good, but moving to Canada, we can know that what all the stuff we are facing here, right? What all we are like looking for further as a pharmacist, what all the norms are being created, what we follow actually is totally different. Compared to India and Canada, it's totally different. What we do work there in India and after coming here, it's totally different. We are following all the norms here, even not only the pharmacist, but the pharmacy assistant, technicians, all are like going in proper manner and like efficient workflow, right? So without wasting any more time, I'll just let you know about what is the criteria for getting enrolled in this platform of PVC, right? So first of all, I'm just sharing the slides. So that would be helpful for you guys to understand about what I'm talking about. So just let me know if the slides are visible. I'll just share it. Just a moment. Is it visible, guys?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay, no worries. Thank you. Yes. So first of all, what is PEBC? It is just like the full form of PEBC is Pharmacy Examination Board of Canada. Here, like two steps to become a licensed pharmacy in Canada. So first of all, what is the procedure for to become a licensed pharmacy in Canada? First thing is documentation evaluation, right? Documentation evaluation is must in Canada. After that, for step one is evaluating exam, which we have to give as a pharmacy candidate. And step two is qualifying exam, which is again MCQ system. And step 3 is like jurisprudence exam with like practical training. It is just known as OSCE, right? All this jurisprudence and practical training is included together. Okay. So focusing our today's main focus is on part 1 exam, evaluating exam, evaluating exam. Okay. So that is also the MCQ based, and part 2 is also the MCQ based. But I'm not talking more detail about part 2 and part 3. The main focus is on part 1. Okay. So here, what is the syllabus here? Preparing for PVC evaluating exam. What is the syllabus here? I'll just let you know about that what you guys studies in PharmD from first year to sixth year, right? From first year to sixth year, what you all have studied is all included in the evaluating exam. So that is easier for you guys to cope up with. I know it is not easier as you guys are familiar with the topics, right? Familiar with the topics. We also know that from comparing from first year to sixth year, it is difficult to understand all the topics and all that, right? But somehow you have to manage it. It's just like a competitive exam, and you all have to like work too much hard to make this happen, right? So first of all, what is the syllabus overview for part 1 evaluating exam? I already told you that it is including all the stuff from part 1 to part 6. That is your 6 years, right? For 6 years of PharmD, what you have studied, it is all included in the first evaluating exam. So first of all, that is biomedical science. This is nothing but just our human anatomy and physiology like stuff, right? It is including all like from nervous system, all the body's parts, organs, what is all included in the pathological terms. It is all included in biomedical science. This is pharmaceutical science, second one. Uh, as a PharmD candidate, it is difficult for you guys to understand shootics, but somehow you have to manage it. I know shootical calculations are there. What are like the dispensing techniques? All the stuff are included in pharmaceutical sciences. After that, pharmacy practice. This is where our main aim is. Clinical practice, what we all are studying in pharmacology, therapeutics, uh, pathophysiology, all the stuff, right? I'm not talking about pathophysiology too much deep, but there is there are questions from pharmacology and therapeutics. This is the main stuff, and calculation is also the must. Okay, and then comes the behavioral, social, and administrative pharmacy. We also have to study about how the administrative department works in pharmacy. As if we are about to open pharmacy in Canada, what all the stuff we should include, what all the stuff we should study, that is also included in this evaluating exam. So this is the syllabus overview. Anatomy, physiology, pharmaceutical science, pharmacy practice, and administrative pharmacy. I know after seeing this, it's easier, but there are deep topics in that. So main focus, like 60% stuff is from clinical and pharmacy practice. That is your pharmacology, therapeutics, and administrative part. And the remaining is pharmaceutical science and biomedical science. Biomedical science is like, I can just generally say that there are 3 to 4 questions from biomedical science, not more than that. Okay. But the main focus is pharmacology, pharmacotherapeutics, calculation, and administrative part. This is the main thing which you all have to study. And what we all have learned in India, it's totally different in Canada here because we have to like get familiar with the Canadian healthcare system. That is a must. That is totally different from India, what we have studied. Okay, study strategies. So as a pharmacy candidate, what we all have done from first year to sixth year, I know you guys have studied hard, a lot work you have done, but for preparation of PEBC, it is requiring too much dedication from your side. It's like 3 to 6 months of preparations are there. I can generally say that you can take more time than that as well. Okay, you can take 1 year as well if you are like feeling little bit uncomfortable of for the preparation. But this is the must. If you are like planning for PEBC preparation, you have to study hard with pure dedication. Okay, divide your time while between the subjects, right? You have to take mock exam as well, even after completing. If just for example, if you are doing uh, cardiovascular system, right? If you are studying cardiovascular system or CNS system, so you have to study all the system, what all the like drugs are included in that, pharmacology stuff, your side effects, interactions, and with that, therapeutics and pathophysiology. If you're studying one topic, I'll just say that if you're studying one topic, just for example, is cardiovascular system. So you are taking three subjects in it, completing three subjects in that one disease. Just for example, you are studying CVS. Then you have to go through pharmacology, the drugs interacting on that, pathophysiology of that disease particular, and the therapeutics part. You have to complete these three topics with that. So it is easier for you to make a gain and access towards these topics, right? So after this, after completing that particular topic, you have to always prepare yourself for the mock examination. Just prepare like just take some questions from the sites. I'll also let you know which sites are very best for preparing PEBC, right? And after coming to Canada as well, there are like some tutors available here who are like making you practice for this stuff, right? And like in being India as well, you can just prepare for it, right? So what is the procedure for to get enrolled? First of all, you have to create an ID in NAPRA, right? That is National Association of Pharmacy Regulatory Authorities in Canada. You have to just go to the website and just create an ID on NAPRA. It is a NAPRA ID which you have to like, which is the must for the gateway process of pharmacists in Canada, right? For creating NAPRA ID, there are some uh, funds you need to pay for it, right? And that documentation are also required as a candidate of pharmacy. They are like just checking that you have been processed through pharmacy. Have you taken pharmacy examination in your country and you are a registered pharmacist there or not? Okay. So like create an account, registered as a new user by entering your personal information. You just have to enter your like what all the things you have done, like your first name, last name, your background, your college, university, where have you completed your bachelor's of pharmacy or PharmD from, right? Your your basic demographic details and contact details are being uh, measured by this NAPRA ID, right? And your email address is the must to set up a password, which is like being operated from that point only. Okay. So after creating an account on NAPRA ID, you just have to like complete an application form in that. Like after what is the process of application form in this purpose? So like your professional qualification, your work experience, all the things you have to add in this, your education, right? And if you are moving to Canada or already have moved into Canada, which provinces are you like planning to give exam from? And it is British Columbia, it is this Ontario, Saskatchewan, any province, right? So I'm just right now in Ontario. So like I'll just measure in Ontario College of Pharmacy examination. You must get enrolled in the pharmacist group of Ontario, right? This is just a ID for getting enrolled in the group of pharmacists in Canada. So it is generally dependent upon the provinces. Provinces mean state. As we are like in India, if I'm becoming a pharmacist in India, just for example, explanation, I'm just letting you guys know that if I'm becoming a pharmacist in India, right? I'm planning to give examination from, just for example, like from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, right? Chennai or Tamil Nadu. So what is like I have to do, right? I have to register for the state, right? If I'm planning from giving Gujarat, right? So I have to register from Gujarat. That is the point. If I'm planning it to come in Canada and I'm giving like wherever I'm staying around in Canada, so I just have to make sure that that is entered in that point. I'm just entering the province name where I'm living or residing, okay, or where you are planning to move around. Okay. You just have to enroll yourself. After that, you have to pay. There are some pay procedure for as well. For NAPRA ID registration, that is Canadian $340, right? Which is non-refundable. And that is in rupees, if we convert around, it's 20,000 rupees. And after that, you receive your NAPRA ID. I know it's like 20,000 rupees is too much, but it's just an like investment for you guys, right? For becoming a pharmacist, after you become a pharmacist in Canada, right? That is like compared to around your like monthly salary, it would be just like around, if you convert into rupees, it is just like 5 to 6 lakhs rupees monthly, 5 to 6 lakhs, right? So this much is like, I know that there are some more about payments to be included in this, but I'm just letting you know that average pharmacist salary in Canada monthly is 5 to 6 lakhs rupees, which is very much. I know that. Just because it's not like that, here every position is respected a lot. If you are a pharmacist, a healthcare motivator in Canada, right? It is included in healthcare, and that is a most reputed job in Canada here. So after getting enrolled your into the NAPRA procedure, if getting the NAPRA ID, you just have to like prepare for the documentation evaluation. What are the procedure? What are the documents required for documentation evaluation? When you create your NAPRA ID, that is the must. NAPRA ID is the must. For documentation evaluation, they will be like asking you for the NAPRA ID, and you have to provide the NAPRA ID as well in documentation evaluation. Then only you have to move further to documentation evaluation step. So what are the documents required for documentation evaluation, right? So first of all, there is an application form, right? That application involves all the documentation evaluation process, right? You have to include your further, your name, your examination you have performed from India, your college, university, and all the stuff, right? It is available on PBC website only. You just have to go to the PBC website, pbc.info, or just type PBC on Google or Chrome. You'll just get the procedure. And when you are just applying for the documentation evaluation process, sorry, in that point, you just have to go to the ID, PBC main ID, and in that you have to just go there. You'll not have the ID of PBC, right? So you have to create a link on or click on the process. Like if you don't have the ID, you just have to click on that point. Okay, to create an ID and password after that, and just like enter all your details in that stuff, and that would be very easier for you as well. Or if you find it difficult, I'll just share the slides as well, so that when you guys are just planning to make your documentation evaluation papers ready, so in that point you can just follow these slides as well, because these are the perfect procedure slides. Okay, or else you can just watch the video on YouTube as well. I'm just explaining that how to go through this all the stuff, right? After that, they would be asking in documentation evaluation point only, they would be asking your proof of identity. That is your valid passport, right? Valid passport, and with that birth certificate is also required, right? Or like if it is in your language, birth certificate is in your language, your or like mother tongue, and like my mother tongue was Gujarati, so it was in Gujarati. So I have to create that in English, right? So it is mandatory to take out your birth certificate in English, right? So they are just having this point. These are the must point. So valid passport, birth certificate, right? And after that, you have to just notarize this copy. Just notarize it, means making true copy for it. Either in Lawyer of India, or after coming to Canada, you can just go to the lawyer's office and just notarize it, making a true copy of it. Okay. So after that, your education credentials are also required, like what university or college you have completed your PharmD or Bachelor's of Pharmacy from. That is also required, and that is also to be done notarized, right, by the lawyer, making a true copy of that as well. Your transcript as well. Or the thing is that when I was preparing for this. So the transcript is like the procedure of transcript is little bit difficult for you guys because I was in Canada, right? If you guys are in Canada, so do one thing that call your university about it, right? Or college about it, and what all the transcript you have got from the college, or like the college is having it, or you haven't taken the transcript from the college. You just have to do one thing. You have to mail the transcript to the PBC department to Canada through your college or
பாரு அவனே மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்கான் பேசுறவனே கேட்டுட்டு போறான் அதுக்கு
So your voice is not audible.
I'm either get it. Everybody facing same issues.
someone muted it. Am I audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
I
sir.
don't. Okay, okay.
yes, yes.
I thought that. So which point you guys didn't understand? Can you just let me know so that I can just move on further to that point?
So you were explaining about the transcript.
Okay, transcript point. Yes. So the thing of transcript, yeah. After that, so the transcript point is that your university or college has to mail your transcript to the PBC department, right? The address of PBC is also available on Google and Chrome. So you can just mail to that address, right? In Canada, your transcripts are being processed from your university to the PBC department so that it is just for the sake of letting them know that this student is a student of this college and university and it's mailed to the PBC department saying from your college or university. Understand? So this is the point. They are asking the proof that as you are filling the documentation evaluation, what is the proof that you are a student of a pharmacy from your back home or country, right? So this is the point that this university or college is just giving the proof that this candidate has passed the examination of pharmacy and just right now we are just submitting the transcript as a document to to this department as a PBC. Like this point they are asking is. So from university or college, this transcript is mandatory, right? For as you to being identified as a student of that college, it is just mandatory for you point. So after completing the transcript, PEBC just verifies it that yes, this student is getting, this student has passed the examination from Canada or not. Okay. Can you just mute, please? Whoever is. Am I audible right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. The submission process. So after all this documentation, you just have to submit it and register and apply for the evaluating exam, documentation evaluation point, right? So after sending all the documentation evaluation, the last option is for documentation fees. That is also the point you have to pay the fees. That is Canadian $665, and it is equal to just like 40,000 rupees. I know it is again too much, but 40,000 and 20,000, that is total 60,000, right? Which is also non-refundable. So total 60,000 rupees you have to pay for your verification process. Rupees. I know it is a big amount. I know it is a big amount, but don't worry, guys. When you become a pharmacist here in this country, it is just monthly. You will be just making up this money about, right? More than this. For main like that this price may be vary according to the country, right? If you are just like making your documentation evaluation right now, this is the price. But I don't know after 2 months or 3 months what is the price, because they are increasing the price $10 above height only. So this is the price right now exactly. Okay. So don't get like aggressive or like just panic that this much rupees we have to pay. But this is the point what you are coming here. If you are planning to move abroad and to become a pharmacist here and to get a reputed name here, this is just an investment. I know it is big amount, but it is an investment. So after that, when you are just done, like with your creating your NAPRA ID and your documentation evaluation program, right? Your documentation evaluation process, you're paying the fees, PBCs verifies it and gives you and like an entry for the evaluating exam. And for evaluating exam, you just have to pay the fees for evaluating exam again. I know it is 910 Canadian dollars. It is 55,000 rupees. So overall, if you calculate it for from NAP creating an NAPRA ID for to documentation evaluation point, and after that applying for evaluating exam part one, you will like total your like rupees would be around 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh 15,000 or 16,000 something, right? I know it is a big amount for you guys. Even for every person, it is a big amount, right? But this is the process for like examination here in Canada. But just don't get panic and about the money, because if you become a pharmacist here, it is just a sake of 1 month. You would be earning 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs per month. I'm not making you guys mesmerize with the money and rupees and all that, but this is the point you have to do for applying for PBC point of view. Okay. Yeah. So this is the point which you have to make it, and overall covering the cost from point one to point two. Like for applying part one examination, it is 1 lakh 50,000. For after that, part B and part C, that is your part two examination and part three examination. Part three is OSCE, right? It in that point, I'll just give a brief detail about it. That after completing evaluating exam, when you just qualify for it, there are total 150 multiple choice question. You'll get 3 hours of time, right? In evaluating examination, 150 multiple choice question. The like questions would be regarding, I have just discussed about the topic as well: biomedical science, pharmaceutical science, clinical pharmacotherapeutics, pharmaceutical calculation. All these are included in that. Okay, in that questions. So you have to prepare for it a lot, and that requires too much dedication and discipline to prepare for it. Okay, after completing that, you will have to give part two. That is again giving 910 Canadian dollars you have to pay for part two examination. And that is after getting part two, you completing part two, there is OSCE. It is also like something 1,810 Canadian dollars. So overall procedure for becoming a pharmacist, that is rupees 2 lakhs rupees, 15,000 or 16,000. I'm not making you guys a little bit panic about the money, but 2 lakh 15,000 rupees overall, 15 to 16,000 rupees for becoming a pharmacist in Canada. And after that, it is just an investment here. You are investing here as a student, right? You paid for PharmD, right? And like, I just say that 6 years you study, right? And you paid how much rupees? Can anyone let me know about it? If you have completed 6 years, how much rupees you paid for PharmD? Anyone? What is your yearly fee
Almost
for PharmD?
10 lakhs.
Sorry?
Almost 9 to 10 lakhs, sir.
9
To
to
10
10
lakhs.
lakhs, right? So this is the point that you paid 9 to 10 lakhs. Yes, my yearly fee was 1 lakh 10,000 rupees for PharmD. Sorry, 2 lakh 10,000 rupees. So overall, after completing PharmD, I have paid 12 lakhs rupees. I can say for 6 years, I paid 12 lakhs rupees overall, right? So to give the licensing examination is just like 2 lakhs rupees, 2 lakhs 15,000 or 16,000, something like that. So it is just an investment if you are becoming a pharmacist here. And what you are studying in India, right? Just study. I'll just say that just don't study for the sake of studying. To make you more proficient in the point of studying, it is that study with logical point. While you are just preparing for your clinical examination or while going to the ward rounds, you guys are just going to the ward rounds and taking the case off and writing down. It's not like that. Study the case properly, drugs, medication, because here your value is more. What you are thinking, it's totally different here. Here all the norms. I'll just say that uh, in India, if you want to buy azithromycin, then you require a prescription or not. If you want to
No,
buy,
not required.
not required prescription. In Canada, it is must. In India, every drug is OTC, right? Every drug is OTC. I'll just say like that. If you want to buy clarithromycin, azithromycin, anything, you can just take it up without a prescription. Here in Canada, it is not like that. So that is the main point where you guys are playing a role as a pharmacist. If you become a pharmacist here, it is really very good and a good thing, right? So I'll just wish you guys a good luck. If you just have any questions regarding this, you can just let me know about it. So just I can talk with you further and clear your doubts. Anything? If you guys want to ask, you just go ahead without hesitation. Any doubts, guys?
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Good
Sir,
evening. Good evening.
what are the other hurdles you faced, sir, during examination or the end of the examination?
The thing is that I'm just about to give my evaluating exam in this January, right? This January is my first examination. I know that after coming to Canada, if you guys are applying from India, it is good that you are getting your home culture and all that stuff. But here coming to Canada, it was difficult for me to face all the situations, right? Uh, I just took when you just completed PharmD, right? You can apply for PBC here. I can apply for PBC from India as well, but I just wanted to make sure that after coming to Canada, I just applied for some post graduation degree as well, right? So I just did healthcare administration here, and while completing that healthcare administration, I prepared for PBC as well. So while staying in Canada only, I just applied for documentation evaluation point, and I know that it was hard for me to manage all the stuff, but somehow I prepared for it, and I can say that for money point of view, don't think too much. For examination point of view, think too much, right? For money point of view, don't think too much, but for examination, think too much because examination is the must. Because that exam, after like I was thinking that what I have done, I'm wasting too much money here and all that stuff. But what I learned here, it's too much because how clinical pharmacists work, how the medication work, what we all are doing here, it's totally different here. I can say that. So if you guys want to ask the question regarding the examination as well, like I'm giving my first examination, after that you can just text me or like anything, you can just reach out to me. I'll just give out the details because that examination is too much tough. I can say that part one is too much tough compared to part two and part three because it includes all the stuff, your medicinal chemistry as well, which is very much boring. I can say that we are not focusing on medicinal chemistry too much, right? If a patient comes to your pharmacy and asks that, uh, what is the ring or pyrimidine ring or benzene ring this medication is covering, you are going to ask that ring? No, to the patient. You are counseling that ring to the patient? No, it's not the stuff because PBC is requiring all the stuff of like what you studied from first year to sixth year is all included in evaluating exam. I know it's little bit tough, but from first year to sixth year, you have to complete that point in 6 to 7 months, right? For evaluating
Thank
exam.
you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Sir,
Any questions? Yes, yes,
sir,
yes.
sir, I have a doubt. How to join as a research orientation, sir? For the
Research
farm,
orientation.
I need means in a pharmacology side, I want to join as a research scientist, and I want to overcome all these ADR effects and everything, sir. I
If you
want to.
want to be, yeah,
I
if you
want.
want to become a research pharmacist or like research scientist here, like PBC is the must, right? That is the gateway for you, but you have to study a lot. The thing is that if you become a registered pharmacist here, then it is the main point, and there are more things here as well. You can just apply directly to the point like after completing PharmD, you can just apply if you are planning not for Canada. That is the best point that if you go for US, because for research scientists, I can say that there are specific courses available, right? After completing PharmD, and US is accepting PharmD, but they are also requiring specific examination from them as well. So after PharmD, you can just go to that point as well. You can search for it. There are options available. The courses are also available, but the main thing is that you have to pass the gateway examination, licensing examination for pharmacy point of view. This is the gateway for every country because you can't just go from India to any country and just practice without a license gaining product, right? If you have license from India that is not valid in other country, right? You
Okay,
have to pass that examination. And there
okay,
are points available if you want to become a specialized pharmacist in India, sorry, in Canada or in US. Like in India, there is not too much demand. I know that. But if you want to become a specialized pharmacist, just like MBBS or MD, right? You are just gaining like a cardiologist or cardiovascular. So there are options available to become a cardiovascular pharmacist, right? You're like nephrologist pharmacist point of view. Like that, specialization seats are also available for pharmacy candidates if you are a registered pharmacist here in Canada or US. Okay.
how, sir?
And
How the way that, sir? How the way to get that, sir?
yeah, uh, even after completing this examination, PVC or any examination, like US gives NAPLEX. I don't know about US, but yeah, this is the NAPLEX examination for US for passing the pharmacy examination. And here in Canada, it is PBC, right? So what all you are applying for your specialization point, you have to just make sure that this is the main thing. You have to clear it all. After completing this point, your like PBC examination. This includes 3 steps. After that, there is special seats available to become a specialized pharmacist here. There are options available. You can search for it as well. Some universities are also doing this point. But the main thing is that this is the gateway. of becoming any specialized pharmacist here, because right now resident uh, program has also been taking place in India, right? To become a specialized pharmacist here in Canada and US, it will create a like too much boost of in your CV and your professional background as well. So this is the main stuff you have to clear it first. And I'll say that if you are clearing PEBC, that time period is about 1 year. It will take 1 year if you are dedicating too much. If you are clearing all the stuff in one go, then if you're not clearing part one examination, right, you can prepare once again. But you like PBC has given 3 years for it, right? Three trials,
Okay,
three
sir.
years.
Okay.
If you are clearing part one, right, then
Mm.
it's good. Part two, then it's
Okay.
good. Part three, then it's good. Clearing one
Okay.
go, it's very good. If you
Mm.
are not clearing in one go, that means PABC is giving you 3 years for it and three trials are there. If you're not
Okay.
clearing that point also, then PVC
Okay.
will not allow you. So the thing is
Okay, sir.
that wasting, like, I'm not saying that wasting too much money, but investing this much money, and if you're not doing well, then it's not good. You have to just be
Okay.
focused with this thing. Okay.
We have to justify for the money and our focus study.
Yes, that's the point. Any
Okay.
questions? Go ahead,
And
fast.
is there any chance for emergency medicines as a pharmacist, sir?
Yeah, there are chance. There are chances because you can become a specialized pharmacist in any of the topic you at any of the disease or condition you want.
Okay,
You
sir.
want to go for orthopedic or something like that, you can become anything, right?
Okay. Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. So, how can I contact you, sir, for any guidance, anything?
You can just contact to this team members are here, Sikkan, or like just contact me on LinkedIn as well. I'm available there as well. So you can just
Okay, sir.
anything. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any
Excuse me,
questions
sir.
more?
One more.
Yes.
Sir, if after clearing PEBC, sir, we will be working as in a healthcare part, like taking rounds in the hospital, or we will be just into sticked
No,
on
no,
to
no, no, no.
the pharmacy, sir.
Pharmacy. That is the point. So if you want to become a clinical pharmacist, right, in Canada, this is the must. PBC you have to pass for licensing examination. But if you pass PBC examination, it's just like passing bachelor's in pharmacy here in Canada, right? You can get eligible to work as a pharmacist in Canada in a pharmacy store. That is paying you. If you are a clinical pharmacist, becoming a clinical pharmacist here in Canada, then the pay would be different. It is more than this, right? Clinical pharmacists
Is
start
it
at
too
a
long, sir?
specific
Is
after
that
like
the way
yeah,
for
if you
being a clinical pharmacist is again another like just like clearing exams and getting into, or we have any
there are
practical examination?
yeah, practical examination is the must, but there is some specific course and certificate as well. They are wanting to become a clinical pharmacist here. Yeah, there is some internship required after becoming a pharmacist. There is some internship required from the hospital, like in Canada only, not from India. Experience in Canada, right? You have to work as a compounding pharmacist as well, and as a hospital pharmacist. Then you can become a clinical pharmacist here. You will need some experience here, right? You need some experience here, and after getting that experience, you need to apply for the examination once again for obtaining that certification process. And if you become a clinical pharmacist here, you can just like directly get eligible to work in a hospital or something like that. Just as like you are working in India as a clinical pharmacist, you can become a clinical pharmacist here in Canada as well. But you need some internship or experience in a hospital point of view after becoming a pharmacist in Canada. Okay, just this is the
Thank you,
entry
sir.
for
Thank you
it.
so much.
Yeah,
Yes. So initial path is mandatory. That PEBC is
this
mandatory for
PBC is
every.
mandatory. Everyone.
So
Yeah,
thank you so much.
For Canada only. Right.
Yes.
This is for Canada. Yeah,
Yes. Thank you, sir.
yeah, yeah. No worries. Any
Sir,
questions?
good evening,
Is there
sir.
any career?
Sorry.
Sir,
Sir, is
Anyone?
I
there
have a
any
question.
career growth for clinical research in Ireland?
I don't have that much idea of Ireland, but I can say that clinical research growth, you can just try as well. You can seek for Google, but I can say that first country is US, second is Canada, third is Australia and New Zealand, and coming with fourth position is UK. These countries are the best for
Okay,
like,
sir.
yeah. I don't have idea too much about Ireland, but this is the point. I know about it.
So how to select a project related to clinical research, sir?
Project related clinical research. That means
Yes,
you
sir.
want to become this point, like after coming to abroad, you want to become a clinical research pharmacist, right? Like that, you are seeking.
No, sir. Clinical research coordinator.
Okay, so that is the main stuff. What you are doing in India, right? If you
Present,
become a
I'm
pharmacist,
pursuing fourth year PharmD, sir.
fourth year PharmD, right? So you want to
Yes,
move
sir.
abroad for that, or you want to just continue in India?
No, sir. 1 year I will work in India. Then after I will shift to abroad.
Okay, so my opinion is that if you want to like clinical research coordinator, that is once again a good opportunity for you to become here. So if you are planning in India, right, the thing
Yes,
is that
yes, sir.
you can just after completing your PharmD, you can just apply to some research center just like CBC center, CBCC. CBCC center is
Okay.
great one. There are like my friends working there as well, and Lambda Therapeutic Center, that is also well known. There are research center available and you can just apply for the position as a clinical research associate or clinical research coordinator or something like that. You can become like that, but there are specific interviews and you need to know about it as well, what all the things
Okay,
are
sir.
going around. You need to be very much efficient about the clinical trials point of view,
Okay, sir.
as right, that is the point, that phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, you need to know about this point very much well to become that point.
Okay, sir. So how to
Yeah.
contact with that CBCC research centers?
Right now, it's not your time, but there are vacancies available. You need to check online for it. That are there any kind of vacancies available here or not in LinkedIn or like Indeed or anything point of view, right? You need to just go
Okay,
up
sir.
with that. And there are future opportunities as well. If you become a clinical research coordinator of India as well, right? Then you can just
Yes, sir.
go through US point of view as well because that center is also there in US, right? So yeah, there are chances that you can travel to US for that for the like your company would be sponsoring as well. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir. I have two questions. Is that does the cost varies if you write exam from India?
Uh, yes. According to my point, I can just say that for yeah, like I have converted the cost in rupees as well, right? You can become that and like that is the point. But yes, right now I just completed it, right? I just completed it, and the procedure of my I have paid this much money. I just included that much. But if you just complete after 5 6 months, right? This procedure that would be very, that would be giving some increment in this amount as well. So I have just calculated in rupees as well that this is the process I can do that. So it would be around like 2,50,000 after that or 20,000 something like that. But 2 lakhs rupees or greater than that is the mandatory price for overall. Just don't
So
think too
actually,
much about the money, brother. Just don't think too much about the money. Just go through the process of learning very much. If you learn too much, then it is the great thing. I'll just give one more like thing. If you are a candidate in India and you are thinking to clear your PVC or any kind of your competitive pharmacy examination or licensing pharmacy examination, there is one center located in Gujarat in Ahmedabad. I'll just prefer that because I just took that classes from that and they are like uh, very much helpful for me. I'll just share that name as well. Enlit Pharma Vision. Just search that. It is really very much grateful. And Nitesh Virangama sir. is a licensed pharmacist of Australia. Right? He is helping student here in India to like prepare very well for abroad point of view, any abroad licensing examination. So he's just clearing all your doubt from the basics, and he's very much good person, right? So I'll just say that if you guys are planning it, that is the best point.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for answering all the questions.
Thank you.
Your ability to deliver complex information in a clear and concise manner was truly impressive and informative. We would like to express a sincere gratitude for your informative and engaging presentation, for your valuable insights, which you have provided us with a deeper understanding of PEBC and clearing exams of it and migrating to Canada. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
The session 2 was being conducted by Dr. Raviraj sir. As sir is having night shift today, he will not be able to join us today. Hope he will be sharing insight in upcoming days. Sorry for the inconvenience. Now, let us turn our attention to our next speaker, Dr. Hemant Kumar sir. Dr. Hemant Kumar sir completed his PharmD, MHPP, MBA, PhD, expertise in pharmacy, AI, blockchain, website solutions, and healthcare innovations. He is a dedicated PharmD professional with over a decade of diverse experience spanning academia, management, and government. Renowned as an innovative scientist, Dr. Nambari has an impressive portfolio that includes 10 published articles and groundbreaking patents at the intersection of pharmacy and blockchain technology. His contributions to the field have earned him the prestigious Young Scientist Award, a testament to his commitment to advancing scientific knowledge. Passionate about continuous learning, he has obtained certifications in digital marketing and pharmacovigilance, enhancing his multifaceted expertise. Delve into his research areas focused on hospital formulary management and adverse drug reaction monitoring. Now, we will have Dr. Nimbari sir for exciting collaborations that push the boundaries of pharmacy and healthcare innovation. Currently, he is working as a project coordinator at Kalam Institute of Technology at Visakhapatnam. We welcome you, sir. The virtual stage is yours.
Yeah, uh, very good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, okay. Myself, Dr. Hemant Kumar, as the introduction was done. So today I want to discuss about, can you please share my PPT?